Well, I'm not sure I approve of the new feature on the vlog of Kev stands in the garden first thing in the morning with no shoes on and it's really cold, but I have to be out here so he doesn't hear me talking. We're up early-ish again, especially for them two. He's agreed that he wants his breakfast, which is something he always used to refuse, or has always refused when it's about going to school. He'd always refused to come downstairs, he'd stay up there and hide and wouldn't come down. So he's downstairs, he's on his iPad, he's about to have waffles for breakfast. And he's also agreed, because I said, which church do you want to go to? He's agreed which church he wants to go to, and he's agreed he's going there after his waffles. So fingers crossed, we're going to get him in reasonably early and get him his first full day at school in what will be nearly 14 months. Part one of the plan is working. They're over there. It's just gone 8:30 in the morning. So he's going to be in the car again in a minute. Assuming he comes back and we don't have a problem here, we'll have him back in the car. He'll kick off in the car when he realises where we're going, but that'll then be 2 days in a row. And then we're just playing a battle of, can we make it a new habit and a new routine quicker than he can find a way to get out of falling for this trick. It's whether or not 2 days in a row is enough for it to be routine, because once it is routine, he's such a creature of habit and routine is so important for him that once it becomes routine, that will override whether or not he wants to do it. So he's already said several times no school this morning. I suspect this is the one and only time we'll get to play this particular trick. So fingers crossed, A, we get him there, and B, it's enough to get him back there tomorrow, because going to school then becomes the thing that he does again. In other news, I've really hurt my lower back. I felt it twinge a little bit yesterday, and it's just twinging a little bit more. Now I'm getting out of the car, I can't quite stand up straight. It's going a little bit numb around the lower back leg region. It's very similar to how it was when I did my slip disc a few times over the last few years. It's not quite that bad yet, but it feels like it's weakening to the point where I'm going to bend or twist at some point in the next few days and just be absolutely crippled and not be able to get back up again. I'm being whistled. This might not be a good sign. No going in, Andy. No going in. It's locked. Look, it's locked. Locked. No going in. You want to go to a different church? Come on then. Well, he's in. It's 9:15. I had to basically carry him out of the car. Well, my back. I've already told this lot about my back. You weren't there. My back really, really hurts now.
Why is that, Kevin? It's not sprightly.
Carrying children. That's why it hurts.
Oh, that's a lie.
I need to do some yoga and I need some ibuprofen. So he is in. It was an absolute battle. He kicked off the moment, I mean, as soon as he saw what direction the car was heading in, he wasn't at all happy about it. He took his seatbelt off, dropped down to the little seating well, went for the handbrake at one point, eventually calmed down and just sort of buried himself in the back. I realised it's not a safe way to drive, but what would you do? We got him there. He wouldn't get out of the car, we had to drag him out of the car. We've left him there, basically still in the car park next to the gate with the head and a teaching assistant behind they're behind a locked gate. He can't get out, but he is refusing to go into the building. I almost had to have a fight, which I've never had a fight before. It was one of the closest times I've ever come to it. There's this absolute Jobsworth moron stood there waving all the taxis around wearing a high-vis coat, and bearing in mind we've arranged this months in advance and explained how we needed to do it, what time would be coming, how we needed to make sure we were letting him out of the car beyond the gate, because he'll leg it, and he did leg it. and luckily the gate was there. So I pulled the car up, he immediately came over. Can't park there, need to move on. Well, it's arranged, I need to park here, we need to get him into school. No, you can't, you need to move the car. Well, I'm not going to, he's not been to school in 14 months. And then he said, that doesn't matter. Ooh. Oh, I was furious and managed to hold back lots of comments that would have probably started a fight, and just said, I think all I said in the end was, well, I'm not moving the car, and then just ignored him.
No, you said I'm going to tell James.
Yeah, he ran off to tell the head. And who cares? What an idiot. Ultimately, if he's the guy who's in charge of transport, which is what he told me he does, it's his fault. The boy's afraid of taxis, that's the king of the taxis. Telling me it doesn't matter that he's not been to school for 14 months. Well, I beg to differ. High-vis wearing... Ooh, that made me angry. Other things that are going to make me angry, we're now in the centre of Bourne, because I need to go to my bank. I won't tell you which bank it is, because I don't want you to know where I bank. But I've been trying to open a business bank account for about the last 6 weeks, so that I can keep all this internet businessy stuff separate from real money. And I went to my bank that I normally bank with, because I thought, well, that would be easy. Got all the application done over the phone. They said, don't worry, we won't need any identification. You already bank with us, you've been banking with us for ages, it'll be fine. And then about a month later, I don't know how it went, took a month, they said, actually, we need some copies of your identification. Can you take a photograph of your passport and a photograph of a utility bill, send it to us? I did that. That's not good enough. They now want to see originals, and I said, can I just send them to you in the post? No, we need to check, we need to see you in person. They've got issues with my identity apparently. Bearing in mind, a week ago they sent me a new bank card. So if they're that worried about who I am and where I live, they probably shouldn't be sending me new bank cards so that I can get the money in the account. So I'm now walking down to that bank to have a row with them, because I'm ready now, I've got my juices flowing. They're going to get full barrel, to both barrels of Mr. Stupid High Visibility Man. That woman's on the vlog, she seems happy about it. ID sorted, my own bank now believe that I exist and I'm a real boy. What are we going to do with the rest of the day now? This is going to be his first full day at school in 14 months. What on earth do we do with the day? Should I Alton Towers? No, a nightclub's open at this hour? Turns out the correct thing to do when you have no children for the day is to go and have a Subway breakfast. It's now gone 10, we're still within half a mile of his school. We really should venture home at some point. It's not the same if we don't leave his school area, and I cannot walk at all, my back is killing me.
What are you talking about?
Productive-ish day. A couple of videos edited, a couple more planned. My back is so painful. I tried to do some yoga to try and ease it. Got maybe 5 minutes in and had to stop. It is really, really sore. And now I'm having to cut the day a little bit short anyway, because I've got to go to the doctors for a blood test to make sure my blood pressure medication is not killing me. And then it'll be pretty much time to go and pick him up. All done. They have confirmed I do still have blood. Not as much as I had 10 minutes ago, but still. We've got about 5 to 10 minutes for me to get home, so we can then head straight back out again, pick him up from school and see what he's learnt today. done that since the last time you saw me do it. I'm not sure how long ago that was. Too recently though. Well, he made it out. A decent-ish day. He's not really done any schooly stuff, but he's been there all day. Yeah, he's done non-specific activities, which is good. And he's not absolutely freaking out at the prospect of going back tomorrow. He keeps correcting us when we say school tomorrow, but I'm once again cautiously optimistic, and here we are for his reward. Please let them be open. This could ruin everything if we get here and the door's locked again like it was when we were here last week. Would be a complete disaster. We've just seen a man walk out the door. It's open. Everything's coming up Kev right now. Apart from the fact that my back is so painful. You can't tell because I've got you zoomed right into my face. I can't stand up straight. I can't walk properly. I'm limping. Really, really hurts. If he kicks off tomorrow morning, assuming we can get into school again like we did today, but if he's, I mean, I've made it worse by lifting him out of the car today. I'm not going to be able to do that tomorrow. So that might be a slight hurdle that is thrown in front of us. The fact that I'm not going to be able to get involved in lifting, carrying and forcing. So hopefully we've done enough over these last 2 days to convince him that school is just what he does now. And forget the negatives, he's been at school 2 days in a row. He's just been at school for a full day for the first time since December 2015. And that is massive.